Good evening, everybody. I thought I would take this opportunity to squeeze in another video today since with everything I've got going on at work, I don't know when I'm going to have another opportunity. And I know I've got the whole Nigel Wells North Africa group build thing going on, but I'm waiting for everybody to kind of tally their votes, and it looks like I'm going to be building the Panzer IV. Yeah, so I want to do a review and announce my next build, which is, of course, completely unrelated. But what I'm going to review is Tamiya's 1/35 scale T-55A Russian medium tank. And I wanted to do this for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a great kit. Number two, I kind of got tired of building German tanks. And I've been, of course, World War II vehicles tend to be somewhat smaller than your usual Cold War modern vehicle. So I want to build something a little bigger too. Just kind of break away from the German stuff. So that's why I'm building this. Now, this kit is not new, but it's not that old either. It dates from 2002. As you can see on the box there, 2002. So the molds are actually pretty new. The detail is quite good. Of course, I can imagine it's typical Tamiya fit. I got a few aftermarket goodies that I'm going to put in with the kit, but I do want to review it. So let's take a look at what's inside the box. Now, before I get to that though, really they're only showing the one scheme, actually the one photographed here on the side of the box. It looks like the actual model, and I'm guessing by the three-color flag there, that's Czechoslovakia. That's before the Czech Republic. There's another picture on the side there. Really no other vehicle schemes. Here's the Soviet Army one. I take that back. There's the Soviet Army. Sorry for bumping the camera. So there are a couple of painting options on the box. Alright, so let's go inside. And everybody's seeing the plastic tracks, the rubber band tracks, and they're going, oh, I hear groans in the background. Guys, these are not that bad. First and foremost, this is not the old rubber band style tracks. The detail in these is quite good. In fact, no, I mean, it's not real. Cohen is probably laughing at me, thinking you're nuts, those are horrible. I think they look pretty good. You can use regular modeling cement on these, so which I will, and I'm going to use them, just kind of to speed the build up. So there's the tracks. I intend to use them. So the instructions, I'm going to hold off on that. There's also a neat little information sheet. I'll get to that as well. So since they're at the top of the box, I'll show you the little aftermarket goodies that I got to go along with this thing. It's a two-piece gun barrel with the kit. But I bought this really nice RB Models turned aluminum barrel that has the rifling detail for the 100mm D10T main gun that's on this vehicle. So it should fit right in. And then what I also got from Alliance Model Works are these engine grills. So I'm not going to be using the mosquito netting that Cohen would call it that's included with the kit. And another one of my favorite accessories, and I've shown this before, are the quick wheel road wheel masks that I'll be using also when I get ready to paint. I love them. I've got a bunch of them now. So let's take a look at the sprues. This first sprue here is, of course, the top and bottom turret parts. Looks like pieces for the commander's cupola. And there's a super nice DSHK Dushka 12.7mm anti-aircraft machine gun in here that you guys really need to see. Let me bring that up if you guys can see the detail on this thing. It's quite good. If you look at the cooling fins on the barrel jacket, that's really crisply. Remember, this is a 2002 kit, so if you look at the detail on these parts, it's quite good. You can actually see, if I can show it in the camera will focus and cooperate, there's really nice casting texture on this hull. So, for 2002, guys, this is top notch. Now this kit, a lot of guys shy away from Tamiya because of the cost. I got this kit for a steal off of eBay. I think I paid maybe $24, $25 US for it. And the only downside is that this did not come from, this came from an individual. They can be bought for that. It reeks of cigarette smoke. You know, I can live over that. So this next bag contains the, you know, obviously the upper hull, one piece. Really nicely molded, fine grill detail there. Let me see if I get the camera to focus, cooperate. There we go. Really nice detail. Those are where those Alliance Model Works grills are going to go behind those screens, I suppose. Really nicely detailed upper hull. Here's the bottom hull tub. And ordinarily, you know, you're used to at the bottom of a Tamiya kit, you're used to looking at, you know, a flat, boring hull. But look at the detail. Look at the bolt and rivet detail. And this is on a 11-year-old Tamiya kit. It's quite good. So there is the bottom hull. And next sprue, this looks like the running gear. You know, road wheels, return rollers, and drive sprocket, idlers, that sort of thing. Guys, the detail is superb. Look at the tire separations on these wheels. The drive sprocket detail and idler detail is just first rate. Look at the bolts on that main differential housing. Really super nicely molded. And you know, there's only see, there's that 1, 2. There's only 3 bags of sprues in this kit, so it's going to be a pretty quick build. Now, this last sprue consists of external fuel tanks, excuse me, a figure, and some of the hull plates. But you know, look at the detailing on these fuel tanks. Come on, camera. There we go. That is superb. The detail on this kit. Now, some of you guys may or may not have seen, Norm very recently did a review of the T-55 Enigma, you know, the Iraqi up-armored T-55 tank that uses this kit as the base, and it has some additional sprues in it. And I will leave a link to his review at the bottom of that. Now, here's the decals, and this thing includes decals for a Soviet Army version, a Polish Army version, and a Czechoslovakian version. And I believe I'm going to be doing the Polish one, and I've already bought my Tamiya khaki drab XF51 paint for it. So I'm ready to go there. Now this is the little extras that came with this kit that I mentioned. This is the mosquito netting that I will not be using. Polycaps, of course, for either the gun or the road wheels. And there's a piece of cord in here that I guess I will attempt to use for the tow cables, although I may end up buying aftermarket tow cables for that as well. So that's just the few sprues that are in the kit. I mean, they're really nicely crispy detailed. I think this kit can be had pretty regularly for about $30 US, you know, plus shipping. So it's not that expensive anymore. Next thing I want to talk about, and Hamilcar always appreciates the information sheets. It does come with a neat little information sheet. This is an advertisement with, this is all pretty much Japanese on this side. No, I take that back. Here's English here. That covers kind of the development of armored vehicles, both on the Russian and then you know, the Western side or NATO side, including some early World War II stuff here. And of course, down at the bottom you have advertisement for a bunch of Tamiya kits. But this is interesting, actually. There's a description here about this vehicle during the Vietnam War, the Fourth Mideast War, which I believe they're talking about the you know, either the 67 or 72 Israeli war. Here's the Gulf War. But it's the adversaries. It's broken up in a timeline showing the adversaries for the T-55 tank during this different periods during the Cold War. So it's kind of interesting. So let's get down to the instruction sheet. And I don't think there's going to be any surprises here. Typical Tamiya format. This is actually more in the information booklet format. Here's your vehicle decal options here down at the bottom. And as you can see, I mean, clearly labeled, you know, only a few steps per number in the instructions that you have to complete, so they don't overwhelm you with a bunch of crud like Dragon does. And just really easy to follow. So, I mean, it starts with the, let's see, construction of the suspension. Obviously, that's how most builds start. the road wheels and running gear. Of course, I'll be leaving these off so I can paint them with my mask. Then it goes to the upper hull, step 4. And of course there they have you attaching the tracks. I probably won't be doing that till later. Front hull parts, putting the accessories on the vehicle. Here's where step 8 has you putting on the screens. 9 is more of the rear of the vehicle and the hull. External fuel tanks or a ditching log. I'll have to make a decision there. Here's the tow cable and tells you how much to cut it. That's interesting. Of course, it's listing, you know, Tamiya color throughout. It doesn't give any other options. I want you to buy their paint, of course. Fitting of the barrel. This is construction of the turret parts. And this will be a little fiddly. All these little hooks that I'll have to attach. That's a little fiddly for a Tamiya kit, but that's no problem. You know, I can handle that. So, more turret construction from steps 14 through. Let's see. 14, 15, 16, 17 is all turret construction. So there are a total of 17 steps. So it doesn't look too bad. And as you can see, all very simple, very easy to follow, very straightforward. There's the construction of the anti-air machine gun and the mount, the figure, and then the painting and marking guide is actually included in the instructions. And I think I'd mentioned that I think I'm going to do this Polish Army variant. So that's it. That's the T-55 kit. I'm actually going to try to get this started tonight, hopefully. And since we're not going anywhere with all the ice and snow on the ground. But thanks for watching, guys, again. And I appreciate it. And you guys have a good night. And we'll see you down the road.